Alright everybody, my name is Jacob Todd. This is the audit plan assessment for fire and safety commodities at Nicholls State University for SATC 420 for the Module 5 assignment. So for the company background, Fire and Safety Commodities is a supply company in the New Orleans area in Louisiana, providing quality products and services to companies. And through the company's 35 years in the industry, they tend to specialize in wet chemical fire systems in restaurants, chemical fire systems, and paint spray booths, hand portable fire extinguishers, emergency lights for all different types of commercial businesses. Now, the audit objective and what we're trying to find out here is to assess and see if Fire and Safety Commodities is implementing plans for achieving certain objectives, which is located in Section 4.4 of the ANSI Z10 standard. And this will allow the company to start developing plans to address certain objectives and goals in the facility and to measure their progress as well. Now, the criteria we're going to be looking at is the ANSI Z10 4.4 implementation plans and allocation of resources, ISO 9000 through 2000, ISO and DIS 19011 standards, and ANSI standard of occupational health and safety management systems. The scope of this audit is fire and safety commodities, and it's going to revolve around their planning and implementation processes. And this is going to allow the audit leader to measure the companies to see if they're taking correct steps and the right approach to following by the 4.4 section of the ANSI Z10 standard. This will occur on site beginning on December 2nd, it's a Monday, at Fire and Safety Commodities facility in Laplace. Now, the expected time and duration for this on-site activities is it's going to last from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. So the shop opens at 7 in the morning. During the morning, the audit team is going to meet with management, get an understanding of their facility and how they process throughout the day. And the opening meeting is going to be conducted, and right after that is when the audit team is going to start making its rounds after all the employees know what's going to be taking place throughout the workday to, just ask basic questions about their knowledge of any plans or implementations that the company uses or may use to address certain issues. And this will allow the audit team to kind of gauge where management's implementation of their operation processes compared to what's listed, and also if they're actually in compliance with. So at the end of the day, before the shop closes, the audit team will meet with management in a closing meeting and will present the results that they find and address any potential issues to where there can be improvement or there's some spots that are lacking that they could probably make better. The roles and responsibilities of the audit team members and any accompanying persons. Well, the audit team leader is responsible for meeting management in the opening and closing meetings, while also being present during the potential audit team meetings if there are any. And the audit team member is tasked with conducting the evaluations of the on-site activities. And the team member for this instance is going to have over 25 years of work experience in the field and is definitely going to be able to tell and to measure and assess an employee's knowledge and be able to report and prepare an accurate conclusion and summary based on the information that was gathered. And any members of the audit team must possess a degree in safety, rather it being a bachelor's or associate's degree. Allocation of appropriate resources to critical areas of the audit. Now, the audit team leader is responsible for preparing and conducting the opening and closing meetings, but the audit team member will also be conducting the activities to make sure they're in compliance with the ANSI Z10 standard and in the section 4.4 of the standard implementation plans and allocation of resources. The identification of the auditing representative for the audit. Now, the auditing representative will be the HSE manager of the facility, and he will be able to provide any additional information upon request that is asked upon him to be able to create an accurate audit as possible. The working reporting language of the audit, this is going to be in written and reported in straight English throughout the facility. The audit report topics. This will be prepared by the audit team leader, and this will be sent out in a PDF format, and it will contain the following topics: audit objectives, audit scope, identification of the audit clients, identification of the audit team members, dates and places of the on-site audit activities being conducted, the audit criteria, audit findings, and the audit conclusion. All the information that has been gathered by the team will be kept confidential. This is the property of the facility that they're conducting upon, and the information will only be given out only to one that's duly authorized to know them. Now, the audit assesses the effectiveness of the company's implementation and operation processes under the Section 4.4 of the ANSI Z10 standard, and this is allowing to see if there's any room to grow through assessing their workers and employers, and to see if they're acting on said implementation plans and working to improve and address any multiple working objectives, to be able to have an idea of if something goes wrong, or if they have set action plans, employees know what to do. Now, the main goal is to ensure that the company complies with the ANSI Z10 standard, but this allows employers to implement documented plans to achieve goals and objectives throughout the facility.